What's up, family? Welcome back to episode number 2 of the under 400,000 bills around Metro Atlanta. We're going to get to it right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here on the channel, allow me to say hello and welcome you to the channel and also introduce myself. My name is Raymond and I'm a real estate broker here in Metro Atlanta. I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to relocate to the area, as well as buyers and sellers that are already here in Metro Atlanta. So if you have any real estate needs of buying or selling here in Georgia, Metro Atlanta, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information can always be found in the video description and now should be on the screen. So you can definitely shoot me a call, shoot me a text, and we can get a consultation scheduled to see if I'll be a good fit for your home search. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Also, if you are a frequent viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much for becoming part of the family here at Atlanta, Georgia Living. It means the world to me. And all I want to do is give you guys the value, give you the knowledge of real estate here in Metro Atlanta. So I hope that I'm doing that. And if I am, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the like button as well. All right. So in today's video, it's episode number 2 of the newly built homes or new homes alert for Metro Atlanta for homes that are under 400,000. So I'm here in a community today. We're going to be hanging out here in Dallas, Georgia, which you've already saw on the description of the video. But this community is really nice. We're a little bit higher in the price point today. Today we're going to be at $372,900. So we are working our way up to that $400 mark. But I will say this one is going to be a good one because it has a basement. All right, it has an unfinished basement for $372,900. So again, location makes the difference. South Fulton, where we were in episode number 1, close to the airport, closer to Atlanta, smaller square footage, only about $50,000 cheaper, but it was a considerably smaller house than what we're about to see now. You can kind of see the homes behind us, and you can also see the acreage, right? You can see the lots. Much bigger, and you actually have a decent front yard. Like this house here has a really nice front yard. The only thing about this community here in Dallas, and Dallas is one of those areas, it's very rolling, all right? Well, I would say in the north, well, further north than Atlanta, because Atlanta is technically North Georgia already, but further north than Atlanta, you will get into the mountains, the North Georgia mountains, and so Dallas is kind of where that terrain sort of take shape. All right, so you'll see the homes built very high, elevated, and then you'll see some homes built very low, like into a valley. So I think that's the only negative that I see about this community, is that some of the homes are built in the valley, and the one that I'm going to show you today is sort of built in the valley. But you know, again, it depends on what your needs are and what your desires are and your own limits. All right, again, my job here today in today's video is to give you the value proposition. At 400,000 or under, what should you expect in Northwest Atlanta? Well, Northwest Metro Atlanta. Let's clean that up before the people kill me in the comments. But what should you expect? This is available on the market today. So this is a realistic expectation for you in August 2024. Under 400,000, northwest quadrant of the Metro Atlanta area. Let's flip the camera around and show you. Let's get to work. All right, family, so I flipped the camera around. This is just for perspective, but also to tell you that these homes are available as well, okay? These are non-basements, but they're built on the hill versus in the valley, okay? But lot 28 is available, lot 29 is available. I don't have the specs, the numbers on those right in front of me, but I'll maybe put them on the screen in editing so that you could have seen a range of what those homes were going for without the basement. So we're walking to lot 20 for our representation today. But yeah, as you can see, the distance of the homes are considerably different from what we saw in episode number 1. If you have not seen episode number 1 of this little series that I'm doing for homes that are priced under 400,000 in the Atlanta metro area, then you definitely want to go ahead and check out episode number 1 at the conclusion of this video. So yeah, I'll add a card at the end of this video so that you can watch episode number 1 at the conclusion of this video. So you don't have to leave, okay? This one here is under contract. This is a ranch. built more on a flat terrain. But you can see, right, as we're going up here, you see that house sitting up on that hill up there, and my car is, everything is elevated. So you have that. Now this is the subject today. All right, this drop is considerable. Okay, it's really hard to see it in scale on the video. It really is, but I would estimate up here at the top of this hill to the bottom of that garage door is probably, if you were to, maybe 10. I take 15 back. Between 10 and 15 feet drop, okay, into the garage, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get you inside and show you this one. But before we do that, just kind of give you the lay of the land here. So you got a little buffer there, nice private border between your neighbor to the right of the home. A little less of a border on the opposite side, but you got the distance between, but you just don't have that privacy border for the view. But you also got a decent little yard here as well. So a lot of differences. Now, this one on the front, you only have the stacked stone and the press board, the regular siding that you have on the home for the most part. All right, so as we're walking up, let me give you the specs, and it's also in the lower thirds on the screen. This is going to be a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Square footage is coming in at 2,000 square feet. The actual lot acreage, the size of the lot is 1.280 acres. So it's a pretty big lot compared to episode number 1. This is also Paulding County, so it's Paulding County Schools as well. Okay, let me just give you this view over here on this side. And after we get out of the house, I'll just kind of ride you around the neighborhood a little bit, just up the road. There are other homes up at the front as well that's a little bit older, pre-existing of these builds here. So I want you to see that as well. Okay, so a small porch. I mean, you might be able to get a chair out here, but you do have a light, old school style porch light there. But really decent layout. You tell me what you guys think as we walk through. Of course, always drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. Okay, so let me get my shoes off here to protect these people's carpet. We will comply. So we do have a dining room right off of the foyer, the entry. So you have a little bit of an entry, okay? A little bit of an entry for you here. You got the, don't mind my shoes, I'm so sorry. I don't like that, but I'm gonna comply. They want me to take them off. But LVP floors, which is nice. And you do have a formal coat closet, okay? Which is nice. Let's get you into the dining room here for scale. I think it's a decent sized room. It's not huge, probably more so like a circular, maybe a 4-seater would probably be most comfortable. You probably can get a 6-seater in here, but you're not gonna have a whole lot of dining room furniture like servers and china cabinets and things like that. That's not gonna fly. Okay, so you got 2 ways to come into this area, which is the family room here, and I'll spin you around and show you that so you can see it. But one through the foyer and one through the dining room, which they're literally the same view. Okay, and the kitchen is open to the family room. A bigger kitchen than what we saw in episode number 1. All right, so $50,000 can get you a bigger kitchen. Okay, if you're willing to come out, you know, a little bit further out in the northwest quadrant of Metro Atlanta. You also get a little bit of a breakfast area there at the end. I'll get you closer in a second. But this is a functional island with an overhang. It's a little, well, I shouldn't have been so quick to say functional. It's semi-functional. And the reason I say semi-functional, because not too many people want to sit in front of the sink as you're washing dishes, right? And also the table space in front of the sink is a little bit more limited than, say, if you were sitting here, right? You got room to stretch out a bit, but it's semi-functional, but nicely done. Okay, you do got some backsplash details as well, which is good. When you're in this type of price point, it's always trying to get the best value that you can potentially get, right, in the features and such. So backsplash is always decent to see, and that's tasteful. All right, so you do have a little bit of a patio here, a deck, sorry, I should say. up high, and then this is the view of the back. I'm not gonna go too far in because I don't have any shoes on, but yeah, so huge lot. It is, of course, rolling. The topography rolls consistent with what you saw in the front. So it does roll down, but we'll get you back there so you can see it up close and personal here in a moment. So opposite, behind the kitchen, I should say, we got a few things going on. The first thing we have is the entry to the basement. All right, so keep watching. We'll show you the unfinished basement, and that's not unusual to see unfinished basements. Most builders, especially production builders, you're not gonna find a completed basement anywhere at mostly any price point, to be honest. I've sold $1 million homes with no finished basement or unfinished basements as well. So this garage is not finished either. When I say finished, I mean the paint, right? So you can see the walls are not painted. There's no corner boards or baseboards. And this one also doesn't even have a motor opener for the garage, okay? So that would be something that you would need to do. Again, in consistency of the terrain and how the house is elevated, you also have to step up to go into the house from the garage. So it's not a stepless house at all. Just, you know, for those that may have mobility concerns, you want to definitely kind of keep that in mind. Now, a lot of y'all will be happy with the placement of the powder room. I think that is one of the most consistent critiques. And if my builder friends would subscribe to my channel, you can definitely get the perspective of how people feel about the kitchen and the bathrooms. Okay, I think that's an honest, consistent perspective or opinion. Doesn't vary too much. Now we're in the laundry room, and it also has an additional storage closet inside of it, which is always nice, especially when you don't have cabinets in the laundry room. It's just a shelf there, so you do have some expandable space given there in that storage room. All right, so that is the main level. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and walk up to level 2 of the home and let you see that. Now, one of the things that I did enjoy in episode number 1 was the wooden staircase. It definitely, or the wooden stairs, it definitely feels better. It felt a little bit more up to date than the carpet stairs, okay? And you can see you have the knee wall at the bottom, not open rails. So this is no open railing. If you had open railing here, it would have changed the way this home feels completely, just in the sense of the open railing. But again, this is the price point, okay? So right off of the last step, you kind of have this little bit of a little nook area here. not a loft, but just a little pass-through area that kind of makes it feel a little bit more open and inviting. Big windows, also to open up this space, okay? And then we go to our first room here on the second level, which will be your secondary bathroom, okay? Interesting that they decided to do double sinks in here, which is interesting for a secondary bathroom, but some people like it. Do have the one unit. Well, it's a 2-piece because there's a seam. I'll be fair. There's a seam there, but it's essentially feels like a 1-unit enclosure for the tub. Okay. So there's no ceramic tile on the floor, nor in the the tub area. Also, this is vinyl. This is not LVP. It looks like it though, right? I mean, great choice, but it is a sheet of vinyl. Okay. And then this is also from mica countertops, meaning it's not real granite, it's just imitation, okay? So if you get up under there, you'll see that wood, like a particle board, okay? So again, all of this is just to give you that perspective of value proposition, not to tear the house apart or anything, okay? I think so far the offerings that we're seeing is definitely considerably better than episode 1. This is the first secondary. Decent sized room, queen size bed can fit in here without too much limitation. Just the placement of the closets could be a little bit of a concern because you don't have a flat wall, but I guess your dresser would need to go on that wall. Most people like to position their TV in front of their bed. I mean, and if you poll 100 people, I think 80% of those people would agree with that concept. So it makes it a little bit limiting to do that. But yeah, and then these closets are not all the way through. I don't know if you thought that when you was looking at it, but it's not. There's two different enclosures. Okay. And one thing I would point out before we get out of here is the vaulted ceiling. So it's semi-vaulted there, up. Well, I mean, it's slightly vaulted, I should say. All right, similar size room. Very similar, not too much contrast. And the closet is just one. Well, I guess that's one of the contrasts. You have just a single closet in this one here. Maybe a tad bit smaller of a room. Okay. Just let you peek in here. We'll continue. All right, so we have one more secondary and then we'll show you into the primary, okay? So I really like this room here. It's really nice and bright, facing the front of the home. I would say comparable size as everything else. It's not like a considerably bigger room, but I just think that the lighting in here is really, really effective and really nice, okay? Same as the room we just left, a single closet, step-in closet, not a full walk-in, okay? But decent, I mean, it's doable. And you do have a linen closet here at the end cap, all right? In front of that, you will have your water heater is on level 2, okay? A lot of times that can be a deal breaker for some people, okay? And I really, if it were me, I would want my hot water tank on the bottom. If it were me, okay, if I could have a choice. However, the data proves that there is no safer or anything like that. It's just a matter of when things go wrong, having to deal with drywall as well. But it's a brand new house with warranty, so if you maintain the home, that will not be a concern. The biggest concern is when you buy a house with a used tank and it's upstairs, then that needs to be a bigger priority in making sure that tank is in its life expectancy or preparing to replace it so that you don't have a catastrophe of drywall and mold and all of that stuff if it fails, okay? That's it, okay? All right, so the primary is really nice, king size bed. And again, for perspective, we were talking about that placement of the TV, right? Very shallow, first world type stuff, but this is what it is. So your TV will fit nice and comfortably there on that wall if your bed would be on this wall that I'm standing against. Okay, you also have some options. You could put your bed on this wall as well and be able to view those that are coming into the bedroom. And you also have a semi-flat wall on that side as well for your TV, which based on what the builder's perspective is probably that's what they want you to do, because here's the coaxial cable there, okay, for your TV against this wall. But again, when you buy the house, you can do what you want. You bought it, you can put your bed wherever you want to put your bed, okay? All right, so this is the closet here for the primary bedroom. Nice size closet with some organization, shelving organizations. This will be a really functional closet for 2 people to share, okay? Give you this perspective of scale on the floor. Okay, really nice. And finally, let's go ahead and check out this primary bath, and then we'll make our way down to the unfinished basement, all right? So if you're liking the house so far, drop a comment, let me know what you think. I always like to know. All right, similar, pretty much the same bathroom as the secondary, with the exception of the separate tub and shower combination. Still, the 1 unit enclosures, it's just a soaking tub. It's not jetted or anything, but it does have a nice serene view against that privacy barrier, which was really nice. So, in this time really is winter. No, yeah, summer. No, summer and spring is when this will be the fullest until the trees, once the trees grow to be a little bit bigger and all that, have more leaves, you won't see as much house in the distance as you see right now. But yeah, that's the stand-up shower there. There's no door, so I mean, you have to figure out either, or do you want to put a door on it, or do you want to do a curtain? If at all possible, put a door for resale purposes. Okay, I'm just telling you, the way people receive those curtains are not the most positive, in my opinion. I mean, you'll put yourself in a position. Which one would you want? A door or a curtain? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and hit the basement here, and then we'll put a wrap on today's video. Definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, because that's how you're gonna be notified when I post the next episode of this series, okay? And that's gonna be coming in 2 days from today. So Friday, it will be uploaded. So you definitely wanna make sure you get that alert so you don't miss it, all right? So yeah, let's get down here to this basement. Here to this basement. So first things first, it is just a straight down, no curvature. I like curvature, me personally, but it is wide. I like how wide it is. All right, I will say that. Let's get some lights on. All right, just to give you that other view backwards. It's pretty wide. Okay, so like if you ever been, I don't know if you've been to Georgia, but been in homes here in Georgia with basements, sometimes the basement's little hallway is so narrow, it feels claustrophobic-y. I don't know if that's a word, but if it's not, I just made one. It does not feel like that here, okay? All right, so, well, before I get down, let's turn you around and just show you the little hallway structure there. So basically, you just make that little left and then you come around. This is what you see. This is the retainer wall here for the front portion of the house. And then, which is nice, got like a little hallway. I like that. And then it opens up here. So it's only 1.5 room here. Maybe this where we're standing can be your living space, like open space. And then this can be a bedroom. Okay, so you can have a bedroom here with two big, nice windows, nice and bright. And then this would be the closet here, which is nice. This is plumbed for the bathroom here. So the bathroom will be in the hallway, right? So for the bedroom as well as kind of like a family area here. Okay, so that's the vision for this basement. That was easy to do. You could decide to maybe open this up a bit for storage up under the staircase if you wanted to. This is not really truly too much of a load bearing. In my opinion, you should be able to join it up and kind of resupport it there for a door. So here we go. Out in the basement. Now, they only gave you this little stoop, all right? I like you need to know. You don't have no concrete patio down here, just a little stoop. If you want one, you're gonna have to pay for it and do it yourself. But here is the backyard here, and the lot probably goes beyond what we can see because it is 1.2 acres. I mean, that could be 1.2 acres with the back and the front. Got a little bit of a clearing over in here. Nice little clearing here. And down in there is flatter. So you could get a little bit more of a flat terrain, and you probably could grade it up to where portions of it can be flat, almost like a 2-tiered backyard. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but you could probably put some stairs somewhere where you drop down, and my fingers, okay, you drop down into the bottom portion that's actually flat, right? And then you walk upstairs to continue to go back into the house, okay? But here's the view of the back of the house and the deck that we saw from up there. There is no staircase either to come down off the deck, so that's something that if you were to entertain this type of house, you could potentially maybe budget to do that if it's something you want. Now this grade is like this, okay? So you're not walking flat here, just so you know. But it's a nice lot. It really is a nice little lot. Okay, it really is. If you're okay with the rolling topography and you're willing to do like a 2-tiered backyard. Otherwise, it may be, if you're gonna use the backyard for like entertainment, it may be a little stressful if you don't do that, to be honest, okay? So yeah, let's get back upstairs. And then I'll roll you out with a little driving bit. And yeah, that'll be it. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me in today's video. Again, hit the subscribe button to be notified when episode number 3 is posted. In 2 days, we're gonna end it hopefully with a bang. Hopefully you liked the last episode here on the series. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment down below and definitely reach out to me if you have questions or if you're interested in working with me as your agent here in Metro Atlanta. Phone number is on the screen. Look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, take care of yourself and thank you for watching.